Welcome back to our bronze match, and it's match 3, Riegel against SQU. SQU playing Dragons with Last Stand, and Riegel is playing Cult with Technologist. Yeah, the situation is now 1-1. This is the third match. And the map is a Black Lake. This is quite large for a 1 versus 1 map, so it is difficult to rush. Both players going for the titanium spikes, which is very standard in this map, moving with a squad of infantry and fortifying these spikes with the foxholes like this. Riegel looking to engage SQU already with a few cultist guards. Same thing happening on the other side. Moving in with a few guards and an engineer. SQU going for a double refinery start. Otherwise it looks quite quiet at the moment. Riegel making a foxhole, trying to outrange SQU's foxhole with his guards. But the range isn't enough. SQU has now a war factory building operations center. Same thing on Riegel's side, and Riegel is building a tech center already and making cultist flyers. SQU going to attack this foxhole with DSEC is not obviously working very well. SQU starts building an MCV, looking to expand. Same thing happening on Riegel's side. Riegel just keeps making more cultist fires, and he already has upgraded those disruptor guns, so they do quite a lot of damage for a simple flying infantry unit. Wow, what? SQU actually making a construction yard on his main base, looking for a water access. I thought he would be expanding to a corner, but obviously not. Riegel is now moving in with a lot of cultist flyers, and he upgraded the personal teleport also, so yes, this is a very good harassment attack now that he has both the disruptor guns and the teleporter upgrade. And SQU actually has, well, he does have sentry guns. But these DSEC are no match for so many flyers, and now they really start eating through the construction yard. This sentry gun does a lot of damage to them, and there's one serpent mech waiting, which actually splashed nearly all of the flyers. Wow. This one serpent mech with a last stand managed to stop the whole attack, basically. The sentry guns just supported a little, took care of a couple of flyers. Well, this was not a very successful attack now, and well, Riegel does have an expansion coming in this corner and has cultist rocketeers ready, and he upgraded the hybrid cell infusion, so all cult infantry will regenerate. And Riegel already taking to prototype facility. SQU is actually pumping out hurricanes. which is a good unit, but he doesn't have the trait to make them like OP. Again, going for a scouting mission when SQU is pushing to this corner with a few serpent mechs and these a couple of hurricanes. More hurricanes coming. He's looking to secure this corner now. Well, Riegel is trying to harass with these flyers. And he actually managed to upgrade Colt's or alien personal shields, so these are like twice as tanky now. Riegel has a good amount of harvester in the expansion already, and it's guarded by Colt rockets, which do have the dimension missile launcher upgrade, so they are very deadly. And yes, Riegel is actually just keeps pumping out more and more these Colt rockets, and he's making a hybrid commander to buff them. These commanders have a psionic aura that boosts damage and movement speed and gives regeneration to infantry, so it's very good with these Colt rockets, which actually engage those hurricanes. You see that the hurricanes are already burning. This blob fired like one missile at them. SQU has a very good amount of harvesters already, and Riegel should attack now to prevent him from gathering a good amount of economy. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's moving in with this rocket infantry and grenadiers. The grenadiers have boomerangs, although yes, this is very powerful combination. You can see the splash damage is so much from these missiles. And these boomerang grenadiers can deal with any infantry. And SQU is just sending D-Tech to defend, and this clearly isn't enough to stop this many rocket infantry and grenadiers. So yes, this doesn't look very good for SQU anymore. Riegel switching to Ascended. This is basically the elite infantry of the Cult of Sirius. SQU switching to Dragon Elites now. Training from multiple barracks, but this blob looks like it's pretty much impossible to stop without the mass of artillery, and SQU doesn't have artillery, he just has infantry. And he's actually broke already, he doesn't have money. So yes, this should be over very soon. Splash damage coming in, and yep, this is over. And it's now 2-1 for Riegel. And there's the GG. If you want to see more of these videos, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. See you later.